our legendary racing heritage, all of our pioneering four-wheel drive experience, come together in one amazing new vehicle.
Hi, I'm Sharon Tang and you're watching Evening Highlights. CIMB Group cut quite a number of jobs last year, and it started 2016 with what looks like more of the same, laying off some 32 employees from its cash equities and investment banking divisions in Hong Kong. But it's promised it won't be getting out the cheers for the Malaysian and Indonesian operations at least. Group CEO Tengku Datuk Zafrul Aziz gave his assurance today that there will be no repeat of 2015's job cuts here and in CIMB Niaga.
On Friday, we laid off 32 staff in Hong Kong. I'm not sure whether that's reported, but I think Bloomberg carried it. That is obviously due to the very tough capital markets environment in Malaysia, especially in Hong Kong. But in Malaysia, what we've done so far, we did implement an MSS last year, sometime in March, which was completed in June. But we are not planning to do any more of that, any MSS in Malaysia, nor in Indonesia.
Zafrul adds that although last year was a tough year for the group, he believes the bank's retained earnings are enough, so a corporate exercise to raise capital is not on the cards. What the group is planning on this year is improving productivity and looking at configuring its T18 agenda. T18 being its reorganisation plan aimed at consolidation, reining in costs, and as Zafrul once put it, being very measured about future growth. The second biggest financial services provider in Malaysia carried out a mutual separation scheme last year for its Malaysian and Indonesian operations. Over 5,000 people applied for the voluntary exit scheme, but only 3,800 staff were let go. The investigation into the 2.6 billion ringgit in the PM's accounts, as well as 1MDB's former unit SRC International, has bounced back from the AG's chambers to the MACC. The AG, Tan Sri Muhammad Apandi Ali, said in a statement today that he has gone through the investigation papers on both cases, and he's now returning the papers to the Anti-Graft Agency to get more information on its suggestions and recommended actions. He has also instructed the MACC to resubmit the investigation papers as soon as possible. Apandi's statement comes a day after the Sarawak report claimed that the MACC's dossier contains some 37 separate charges against the Prime Minister. The whistleblower site and the Wall Street Journal had last July published reports alleging that SRC International had borrowed 4 billion ringgit from Public Pension Fund KWAP. Both portals reported that the funds were part of a money trail leading to Datuk Sri Najib Razak's personal bank accounts in AmBank. The PM has said that the 2.6 billion ringgit sum was a donation and that he had never taken any money for personal use. In August, the MACC backed the PM's statement and said they had determined that the money had no connection to 1MDB. The agency took a statement directly from Najib himself last month. Prasarana Malaysia has unveiled 14 new generation trains for the Kelana Jaya LRT line. The Bombardier Innovia Metro will increase the rail's capacity by 10% for each car. Managing Director Dato' Azmi Abdul Aziz expects the new trains to improve efficiency, cut carbon emissions and improve the overall quality of public transportation in Kuala Lumpur.
So, this inclusion of this new train to the Kelana Jaya line will create the opportunity for much more people, the travelling public, to be able to enjoy the facility and also the investment of the government, and also to encourage more commuters to start to use public transport.
The first train from the fleet will start operating by May. The rest will be delivered one by one every month after that until June 2017. Prasarana awarded the 577.6 million ringgit train deal to the Bombardier Hartasuma Consortium in 2014. The trains are designed, constructed and tested at Bombardier's Centre of Competence for Mass Transit Systems in Kingston, Canada. Then they're assembled in Malaysia by Hartasuma at their Westport facility. Ranhill Holdings is planning to operate a wastewater treatment plant in China through the incorporation of Ranhill Yongxin Water Company. The company was set up last Friday. It will be in charge of the plant's design, construction and operations. Ranhill's plant will be in the Maoping Industrial Park in Yongxin County, which is in the eastern Jiangxi province. The group said in its filing to Bursa today, the registered capital of Ranhill Yongxin is $5 million or about 22 million ringgit, all of which has not been fully paid in. It said that as a company incorporated in China, Ranhill Yongxin does not have an authorized share capital. It went on to say that Ranhill Yongxin is not a share-issuing company and that its registered capital represents its equity interests once it has been paid in. The formation of the company isn't expected to have any material effect on the earnings or net assets of the group for FY16. Ranhill is scheduled to be listed on Bursa next month via a reverse takeover of Symphony House. Its IPO shares are priced at an indicative RM1.70 each to raise up to 637.5 million ringgit. About 70% of the proceeds will go to repaying its borrowings. The rest will be used to finance its water projects in China. And that wraps up Evening Highlights. I'm Sharon Tang. Thanks for watching.